Hello, this is I'm going to be doing sort of monthly vlogs, end of the month vlog, just to kind of wrap up how my months have went. I'm probably also going to be I've been doing the manuscript Mondays, and I just don't think there's enough to kind of go into each week. So I'm going to make it more a manuscript monthly, I think. So that might do that a separate one and then just keep the actual vlog, because it'll be everything that I'm doing in that, not just the manuscript. So I haven't done as much writing as I'd hoped to this month. I'd got distracted with another creative outlet I've been doing. I've told you and I've shown you as well the sort of crafty side of things like I like to do, like the needle felt. And so a friend of my sister's wanted a family of Highland cows made for her, needle felted. She was paying for it, but of course with Christmas and that, you kind of delayed it, and I thought, oh, I really have to get these made. So I'd made them, which takes time, but that was my own fault, because instead of stretching it out, I ended up having to do it. I ended up having to do it all at once. And not that the lady that wanted them, she hadn't put a time limit on, but obviously somebody's wanting something and they're going to be paying for it. You don't want to take like 3-4 months to do it. So that took some time out, but things are still going okay. The writing habit that I'd got through Nano last year, I don't really want to concentrate on just developing that writing habit, so I then could fit everything into my life, into my time that I wanted to do. And I'm very motivated to do that. I want to be able to do all the different kind of creative outlets that help with, I know people go on about mental health, but it's true that it does help. If you're not just focused on the one thing, you get burned out. Whereas I've got different creative outlets, and if I can just stick to what I've figured out works for me, which is as soon as I'm up in the morning, if I just start writing, sometimes it might just be for half an hour, other times it might be a few hours. It just depends, but then the rest of the day I can actually do other things. So that's something that it did. Obviously Christmas and New Year, it kind of throws your routine out a bit anyway, but everybody can understand that. It happens to all of us. So I'm getting back into the habit of doing that and working around my full-time job. I'm still on course for, getting things published this year. I've finished, or mostly finished, there's maybe a few things to wrap, to kind of figure out in the rough draft. Nearly finished that, practically done, and then I'll get on to editing it. I've been looking through some of my old writing, because I have my writing folder on my PC, and it's saved in Dropbox and that. And I'm looking through that, and I had some short stories that years ago I had a blog, and I wrote it was little flash fiction. Would it be flash fiction, or was it maybe longer than that? But anyway, I found these little short stories, flash fiction, whatever they were, and I'm thinking, oh, they're not actually too bad. I mean, they were never printed, they were just put up on a blog, but I might kind of polish them up a bit and put them up on my own website. I'm going to up here, I'm going to be doing some work on it, and yeah, I'm hoping to, they vary from, it was a middle grade fantasy that I'd started to write. Maybe I should call it a YA, middle grade YA. It was the first chapter of that one, and I was going to adapt it into just a short story, but looking at it, I'm like, I still kind of like that story. It would be a dark fantasy. So I might think about that one a bit longer and see what I want to do, whether it will just be a little short story, or even a novella, or an actual full novel. I'll think about it. And the other ones, yeah, there's like an urban fantasy. There's almost it's almost erotica, one of them, which you might, is it really? I'll have to think about that one. Maybe either tone it down a bit or just reword it, whatever. So yeah, there's a sort of all different ones. There's even I find it an amusing vampire one. I think it's quite amusing anyway, so we'll see. Yeah, so I've got those, and then there's other projects. So what I'm thinking of doing is, I have these, they're kind of saved all different places. I've also got them on like flash drives. They're on Dropbox, and also I think I put them on a disc somewhere as well. Talk about overkill, you know. But I might clear up my PC and just have a folder with the ones that I'm working on at the moment, and then that kind of clears it up a bit. And then it stops me because I get distracted and go, oh wait a minute, I remember that story when I'm in the folder. It's like, no, just have what you're working on, and then that's it, nothing else. So you can't just get distracted and go and, you know, the new shiny thing, or the old thing that's now got another new nice shine to it again. That sort of thing, just to keep me on track. And apart from that, there's not an awful lot else been going on. It's just a case of trying to get into a proper routine. Was now that I don't have anybody asking me to make them something or anything like that, I can concentrate on my own stuff. I am also setting up Notion. I know I did put a little snippet of what I've set up in a previous video, but I've kind of changed the layout, the look of it, so I might just do one concentrating on Notion and to show you what I've got. As long as I have my writing one and I have my personal one as well, so I might show you both. I'll decide. I don't know if people will be interested, but I'll show you anyway, because I can. It's my channel. I'll do what I want. What else has been going on? Not an awful lot otherwise. Like I say, it's been a quiet month, but it's also been trying to get back into a routine after all the Christmas and New Year. And then of course we had birthdays as well, because there's my birthday and my little sister's birthday and my niece's birthday all at the beginning of the month. So we all, you know, there's that distraction as well. Not that I did very much for my birthday. In fact, I was working my birthday. So I was sleeping during the day and then working that night. So I didn't do an awful lot. But yeah, this month has been, yeah, I would say it's been a good month, and I'm getting back into the routine. I'm feeling more positive about the year. You know, when you get that little self-doubt and you think, oh, am I really doing the right thing? But now I'm feeling, yeah, I'm quite positive about what's coming forward this year, and I'm hoping to keep. There will be blips along the way. There always is, when you start kind of self-doubting, you have self-doubt, things like that, and you're just like, oh, I don't know what I'm doing. But if you just soldier on, get through it, and just stick to your plan. So this is just me waiting on going on StreamYard to do my live stream. I've been again second guessing myself up. Here's a bit fun. I've been second guessing myself. There's just been something I've not been enjoying about my writing, and I couldn't figure out what it was. I mean, I still plan to write this epic fantasy because I think it's a good idea, and I haven't seen anybody else do it. Somebody might have, I don't know, I've just never come across it. And also, there's a new genre. It's not a new genre, it's probably been around for a while, but it's now got a name. And I've decided that that's something that really resonates with me. It's a cozy fantasy. and it is something I'd thought of trying. I didn't know what it was at the time. And yeah, so I'm starting a brand new project because this name came to me. I think I had a yellow sticker there. It was just a character name, and that's all it was that came to me. And I didn't know where I was going to use it, how I was going to use it, or anything. But this character started kind of forming opinions of her own, really, in the brain. So I was like, do you know what? I think this is something I would really enjoy doing. Something that, I don't know, there's just something about it that resonates. Because what I found with my writing is I'm always trying to put humour in it. And even when I'm trying to write quite dark stuff, I'm always sticking some humour in there. And I think that that's possibly because my writing style is more suited to that kind of thing than the really dark stuff. I feel more at home, that's what I'm trying to say. I feel more at home doing that than I do the dark stuff, even though I enjoy reading the dark stuff, but writing it, sometimes I just get, I don't know yet, I just get fed up with it. I think bored with it almost when I'm writing it, which isn't a good sign. So yeah, that's what I think I'm doing. This is actually my last day of my holiday before I'm back to work tomorrow night, which I'm not looking forward to. I have to say, I don't enjoy my job. It's not something that I want to do for years to come anyway. I'm going to really push my writing this year and see how it goes, and see if there's even a chance that I might be able to do it, you know, pay my bills using my writing and the second income stream of my craft stuff. I'll show you what I've made my mother. It's a late Christmas present because she was away to Australia for Christmas to visit my big sister. And over here, gonks are a really big thing. So I've made her a springtime gonk. I'm particularly pleased with his moustache, I have to say. So I'll be making more of these, maybe not this size because this took a while. But I have found an easy way to do it. I'm not sure if it's something I want to do though, because it does have its drawbacks. But yeah, that's my mother's. It's a springtime gonk. So I've got him. He'll be going to my mother in the next couple of weeks. I think the next time I see her will be next week, I think. So apart from that, so yes, I'm thinking I might have found my niche, something that I will definitely enjoy, that writing. It seems to fit my personality a bit better, I think, because I find humour in a lot of things. So yeah, that's what I'm doing. So I've just got 10 minutes left, or 11 minutes really, and counting, until my live stream starts. I've still not been getting a lot of people coming. In fact, last week I think I had one person briefly pop in while the baby was napping, then almost immediately had to pop back out because our baby was up. So yeah, there's some Monday mornings, there's nobody watching. But I have noticed when I look at my analytics that there's a lot of people watching it on replay. So I'm going to keep doing them, mostly because it's a Monday morning and it gets my working week started a bit better than if I don't, if you see what I mean. It sets the tone for the rest of the week. I think that's what I mean. So I'm going to find myself some ambient music to put on. I've just been watching, I really like Helen Redfern. She does cozy reading and writing vlogs. And I was trying to think of something like that I could do, but then I just don't want to copy somebody else. And it's not really my thing either, because she's out with her dogs and I don't have pets, so basically it would be in here. Or maybe let you see the birds out the window and that would be it. So I'm not going to, probably not going to do it that way. But I will think of something different to do with my vlogs. So this is the first time I'm doing one throughout the month, film little snippets and then put it all together at the end of the month. That's something I think I'll start doing, because me just sitting down and talking to the camera it's rather boring, to be honest. I have got a video coming up. Well, this is today. This is Monday the 13th. Of a walk with my daughter's dog and my daughter. I might start putting more of that in. That's just a filling the creative wells, getting out in the fresh air, in nature, and just breathing and relaxing. So I'm going to start doing more of those, I think. If my daughter wants to, that is. Getting her out as a new mother, getting her out for a walk as well is good for her too. So anyway, I'll add some more later on. So just in the middle of doing my live stream, I've just started that today. This morning, went back to being starting at 10. Sorry, my daughter was texting me just as I was doing that. It distracted me a bit. Yeah, just started back to 10 o'clock because I feel that's a better time for me, because I usually start at 10 if I'm going to be writing. Or at least at the latest start at 10. It depends on what time I get up, because I do like to get up and get started straight away. But I've not been doing that the past few months because I've been outlining this new project, which I'm really excited about. And I've not been excited about this excited about a project for a long time, so I'm really looking forward to just getting on with it and getting you know, getting it written, essentially. So it is the end of February. Tomorrow. Last day tomorrow. So I feel like this writing month has went quite well. It did start a bit slow. A bit with the noise. I don't know if I said earlier, the one, you know, the nano project I was working on, it was very similar to something I'd written before. So I put that on pause, and then I discovered Cozy Fantasy, which is what this new project is going to be. So I'm in the process of actually getting, I said it before, I just want the projects that I'm immediately working on or about to, or tweaking, whatever, left on my computer, and everything else is going in Dropbox. Because it frees up the space in there, because I've been working on some more countdown timers as well, and they take up space in my computer until they're done, and then I can upload them to YouTube and then get them off my computer, but they do take up space. So yeah, so I'm not getting rid of them, just deleting them off my computer and putting them somewhere to keep them safe, because there might be things that I will never ever go back to, but I just want to keep them anyway, just in case. You know how it is, we don't like to part with anything as writers. Any of her writing, that is. I mean, oh, I'm quite tired today. Finished night shift yesterday. Yesterday morning I stayed up all day. Instead of going to my bed for a few hours, I stayed up all day. So I was up for over 24 hours, about 28 hours I was up, and then went to my bed. And then I had to get up for my live stream at 10 this morning, which is fine because I do like it at 10 o'clock. I actually might put one up where I just record it. I'll maybe plan some things out, record it, and then have that, just to see how that goes instead. Yeah, I might do that. Have an idea for, you know, when you're the breaks, I sometimes run out of things to say, so I'm kind of humming and hawing. But I have an idea for something that I might do. We'll see. I'll think about it. But if I record it, it might be subjects that are actually worth talking about. I hope that's not too loud, but it's tough because I need it on. So my little electric fan I have here that just plugs into my computer, and I can sit it on the little ledge I've got beside, you know, the stand that it sits on. This is it over here, you can't see it. It sits on that, and it's just at the perfect level to give me a little bit of a breeze, because menopause and hot flushes, people that, well, either menopause or you get hot flushes because of some condition. I don't know what would cause them. You would understand. And sometimes you just need these little things. So anyway, I wanted to show you something. I might as well, while I'm here. A Buffy the Vampire Slayer tarot deck. Because it's cool. There's a little book that comes with it. But the artwork is great on them. It's quite, you know, playful and all that sort of thing. So that was... forgot his name. I keep wanting to call him Xavier. That's not it. That was Willow. Tara. Let me see. Where's our good... oh, there we go. And that's Buffy. The Emperor. How cool is that? So this was a pre-order. I didn't realise I had it on pre-order, actually. I'd forgotten about them. And they came in the post. So it was a nice surprise. So I'll be going through that. That's the back of them as well, to show you that. It's quite cool. I've not watched that new thing with Sarah Michelle Gellar in it. Is it Wolfpack or something? Yeah, I've not watched it. I've got too many things that I want to watch. But I'm also trying to not do that, because then it's a distraction for... see, this is blown away now. Woo! Random here. Because then, yeah, I get distracted away from the writing, and I would like to finish this rough draft by the end of March. That's what I'm aiming for. Well, let's see if it actually works. Because I'm hoping that I can start... I was hoping before that I could do my writing when I was on night shift, because I was on my own and there's not an awful lot to do, despite what the boss thinks. There's not a lot to do because you're there just in case people need you, but they're usually asleep. You know, they have the odd person that maybe needs painkillers or things like that, or they've been sick, so you have to help them. But now, yeah, so I was trying to do the writing, but it's a bit like reading when you're tired, I find. It just makes you even more tired. So I was trying not to do that when I was on night shift. But because we have new residents, there has to be 2 people on at night now. And I want to take my writing back in and just see if being in company with somebody else, I could do a little bit of writing. It sounds rude, I know, if you say, well, I'll take my writing and then just ignore that other person, but everybody's kind of like that. You start off, you're kind of chatting at the beginning of the night, but then both of you are starting, you're just tired. You just want to kind of do your own thing, whether it's got work you've got to do or something else, or just amusing, passing the time. So I'm going to take it back in and see if I could maybe get some done at work as well, because it was making me kind of miss a lot. a lot of writing time, I felt, because you're also tired, because night shift's not, I can do night shift no problem because I sleep during the day fine, but it's not a natural time for me. I'm not a night owl person, so I do find it tiring. So we'll see how that goes anyway. So that is how my month has been. I was going to put another video up when I was out. Put one up in my Filling the Creative Well playlist. It was walks with lamb. I might start doing more regularly, but the walk we just went, it was the same walk. I only did it, just film it as we were going along, and then for anybody that's maybe interested in seeing other parts of the world, this is Scotland. And it's just like the countryside. It was the same bit of countryside. So I didn't see the point of videoing it again because you'd already put it up. But maybe when summer comes up and like my granddaughter's a bit older, we can go travel to other places and you get to see other parts of this region here, because it's a very beautiful part of Scotland. The whole of Scotland's beautiful, I have to say. But I'm particularly partial to this little region here down in the southwest. So that is me for now. I will let you guys know my next monthly writing vlog at the end of next month, how things have went. And if you like this video, please like, comment, subscribe. Always helps my little algorithm. Still not quite sure how it works properly, but you know what, everybody says helps the algorithm. So press like and the bell and make a comment and tell your mother, that sort of thing. Okay, bye.
Every time, instead of a story that I could hold in my head. And I think my realization at the end was that telling a simple story doesn't have to mean a worthless story. It can still have meaning and be satisfying in and of itself. So I picked a simple story. And then the last thing I did that helped was I had a writing buddy for National Novel Writing Month.